Hey everybody, this is a stressful time for all of us, and we're also trying to social distance, and we should be social distancing to keep each other healthy. But what can we do to help stay a little bit more mentally healthy? Well, one of the things that I personally find helpful is to try and practice mindfulness. So, what is mindfulness? Well, it's actually something I'm not an expert on, but I've been reading more about. And it's the idea that you take a moment to observe something, something you see, something you feel, smell, hear. Just take a minute to observe it and be present in that moment. We've actually seen that people that practice more mindful, practices actually are happier and have less anxiety. And I think we all could use a little less anxiety and a little more happiness right now. And mindfulness is easy, it's free, and it only takes a moment to do. So the more you do it, I would imagine the better. But even if you just did it once a day, I'm hoping it would help you to stay a little more happy during this difficult time. So I'm going to share with you sort of my thoughts on mindfulness because I think I learned this actually as a kid growing up. Many of you know I had a lot of surgeries. I actually had about 30 orthopedic surgeries. And every time I would have surgery, I would spend about 2 months in a cast. It could be a leg cast or a body cast up to here. And you can't do a lot when you're in a cast. You're pretty much laid up at home, driving yourself crazy. Kind of reminds me of what we're going through right now. And so what I would do, I remember this, is I would just take a moment to, if my parents could get me outside or look out a window at something that made me happy. It could just be a flower on a tree, could be the pretty blue sky, and I would take a moment to just think and just be in present moment that I was in. So that, to me, is the idea of mindfulness. So whether it's looking at the sky and observing how pretty the clouds are, or maybe it's looking at your dog and how adorable they may be for just a few moments, that can help us to take a moment to just be more mindful. To me, we call it in our family a moment of Zen, and we try to take moments of Zen whenever we can. Zoe actually recently was taking a more deliberate approach with mindfulness. She was actually meditating. Meditation can be another tool to be more mindful. That's a little bit more deliberate and takes a little bit more work, but there are lots of great tools out there for those of you that actually want to even meditate. There are apps now for kids. You can find YouTube videos, and so I put it on a YouTube video for kids on meditation, and Zoe sat in front of the TV and just took about 5 minutes to sit and be more mindful. Just the other day, I took a very simple way at being more mindful. It wasn't meditation, but I was looking at Will, my adorable son, brushing his teeth, and I stood in the doorway and I just took a moment to see him, doing something that's very everyday, something very mundane that normally I don't even pay attention to. But it was just reminding me that how lucky I am to have 2 adorable children that are with us during this time. So I think it's important for us to take a peek at the small things. It can be something in our home, it can be a loved one around us, it can be the beautiful sky or some piece of nature that we have the ability to see and observe, and be more mindful. I hope that helps you. I'm trying to be more mindful. It's not easy, especially under times of stress, but the more moments we take to have a moment of Zen, I think it's going to help us all get through this difficult time, because at some point this will end and we will get through it. So wash your hands and please stay healthy out there. Take care.